The truth about Jake Paul's boxing career. Unfiltered documentary. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has become one of the most talked about names in modern boxing. A YouTuber turned fighter, a social media troll turned self-proclaimed savior of boxing. But behind the flashy knockouts, million-dollar paydays, and viral trash talk, there is a much deeper question. Is Jake Paul a real boxer, or the best illusion boxing has ever seen? Today, we're peeling back the gloves, the hype, and the hashtags to uncover the unfiltered truth about Jake Paul's boxing career, from his YouTube beginnings.
You're always there for me. You're just my biggest fan, and I love you. God.
To his most controversial fights. The beginning of the chaos. Let's rewind. Before the boxing gloves and pre-fight stare-downs, Jake Paul was just another kid making wild YouTube videos with his brother Logan. Back then, his fights were with pranks, not punches. But in 2018, the internet shifted.
Logan Paul, do you want some, bro? I'm ready.
Came here to close the deal? Okay. Let's close the deal, all right? Logan Paul versus KSI August 25th.
KSI and Logan Paul stepped into the ring, and Jake, ever the opportunist, saw something bigger. He wasn't chasing clout anymore. He was chasing credibility. His first pro fight? A fellow YouTuber, Ben Askren. It ended in a brutal first-round TKO, and Jake Paul instantly declared himself the next big thing in boxing. Critics laughed, fans argued, but Jake, he doubled down. The business of boxing. Here's the part most people miss. Jake Paul didn't just step into boxing, he hacked it. He realized boxing wasn't about belts anymore, it was about business. While traditional fighters spent years in dusty gyms praying for a promoter to notice them, Jake built his own audience, millions strong. When he fought, people paid to hate him, and that right there was genius. He didn't need legacy, he needed eyeballs. He didn't chase respect, he monetized disrespect. Jake Paul wasn't fighting for belts, he was fighting for attention. And in 21st century boxing, attention is currency. The fights that built his myth. From YouTubers to athletes, Jake's opponent list reads like a TikTok timeline. After Gibb came Nate Robinson, an NBA player who had no business being in the ring. One punch later, Nate was flat on the canvas, and Jake's fame skyrocketed. Then came the real storm. Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, and finally, Tommy Fury. Each fight carefully chosen. Each opponent a calculated mix of recognizable name and manageable threat. Was Jake fighting boxers? Not really. He was fighting brands. And every win bought him something money can't easily buy. Legitimacy. At least that's what his fans believed. But when Tommy Fury, a real boxer, beat Jake by split decision, the internet divided like never before. Some said, finally, he's exposed. Others said, he went 8 rounds with a pro. Respect. The truth is, both sides were right. Jake Paul can fight. He's tough, athletic, disciplined, and surprisingly technical for his short time in the sport. But he's also a master of manipulation, choosing the right enemies, selling the right story, and keeping fans hooked between outrage and admiration. The controversies. Every great boxing story has a villain, and Jake wears that title proudly. From wild claims about fight fixing to social media feuds with legends like Canelo and Dana White, Jake made controversy his marketing plan. And it worked. Critics accused him of rigging fights, cherry-picking opponents, and disrespecting the sport. But Jake responded with pay-per-view numbers that outperformed real champions. He didn't care if people believed him. He cared that people were watching. And views, more than victories, are what Jake Paul's boxing career is built on. The impact. Here's the part that even Jake's haters can't deny. He made boxing relevant again, especially to younger audiences. Ask any promoter. Before Jake, boxing's audience was aging out. After Jake, YouTube kids suddenly cared about uppercuts, not just uploads. He gave underpaid fighters a voice, challenged promoters, and pushed the sport into the algorithm era. But the price? Respect. Many legends still refuse to call him a real fighter. To them, he's a marketer wearing gloves. To others, he's the spark that boxing desperately needed. Maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. The future of Jake Paul. Jake Paul isn't done. He's improving, he's still young, and whether fans like it or not, he's here to stay. He's building a legitimate record, founding his own promotion company, and calling out everyone from Conor McGregor to Canelo Alvarez. If his story so far has proven anything, it's this. Jake Paul doesn't need boxing's approval. He just needs your attention. And he's already got it. The gloves are off, and the fight for boxing's soul is just beginning. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, share it with a boxing fan, and subscribe for more unfiltered boxing documentaries every week.